this isn't a shiny museum that's all done up for the tourists. This is a working shed, and it's great that we can just come and walk around it like this. Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm at Rotterdam Nord station today in the Netherlands. I haven't actually arrived here by train. If you look down there, I arrived by tram. See, there's a tram just there through the trees. That's actually how I arrived here, but this station didn't have ticket barriers, so I thought I'd come up and have a quick look on the platform. Anyway, the reason I'm here is I'm going to a railway museum in Rotterdam, where there's going to be a few steam locos, I understand, and this is the nearest railway station and nearest tram stop. I do have a bit of a walk now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk to the railway museum and let's go and see some interesting stuff. I've been walking for about 20 minutes through this industrial estate, which appears to be in the process of being redeveloped. There's a train over there on the main line, or the line through Rotterdam Nord, so gives away we're slightly near railway lines. You can just see some yellow engineering trains over there, and I believe this shed in front of me, this must be the museum. So if you are walking to this museum, it's taken me 20 minutes to get to here. It has been a flat walk, of course, because it's Netherlands, apart from maybe the odd slope up and down over a bridge. But yeah, flat walk, 20 minutes. If you're coming to visit and you're doing it in the future, it may look a bit different down here. Anyway, let's go and see what we can see inside the museum. So here we are, I've just paid to go in, cost €5 to visit the museum, and through these doors is what we've come to see. Maybe I'm using the wrong word to describe this place. I don't think museum is so much what it is. It's more a working depot, which you're just allowed to walk around while they work on the locos and the carriages which are inside here. So this really looks, you know, in the 21st century, seeing all these, you know, all these men and women working on the trains, on the locos. It's quite an exciting place. We've got a steam loco here. As you can hear, there is work going on, so although it's a working shed, they do allow visitors. Number 23. I've had this loco for haulage, or at least seen her in action last year at Apeldoorn at the fantastic gala they had there. This loco would run on the main line to get there. She was built by Young in 1952, so works plate, her works number. You can see another steam loco. Have a closer look at that one, but again, it's being worked on, so it's really, you know, it's like going back in time. This isn't a shiny museum that's all done up for the tourists. This is a working shed, and it's great that we can just come and walk around it like this. Quite funny to see next to loco from Germany is one of our British saddle tanks built by Hunslet and Leeds. They are the same track gauge, just different loading gauge. And then we got some of these French design locos. We'll have a look at them in a minute. I think this is really, I just like this fact we've got, you know, big German loco. This is actually a small, big German loco, if you like. It's only a prairie wheel arrangement compared to the one here, this one here, which we'll have a look at in a minute. So yeah, this isn't a massive loco by any means, but it completely dwarfs the little Hunslet saddle tank. So here we are, 100,000. In keeping with the British theme, there's also an 08 shunter as well. Of course, you do occasionally see 08 shunters, or, you know, locos similar to them, especially in the Netherlands. Sometimes in Belgium, as you do, some of the heritage lines in Belgium have got Hunslet saddle tanks. So that's quite exciting to see. There's all the down there, all the machinery. There we are, look, Hunslet and Leeds. So I think nearly every heritage railway I've been to in the UK at some point. I've had a ride behind a 100 sail tank like that. So, as I say, it's funny to me seeing them here in the Netherlands. I have seen them in other countries before. I think in the Netherlands at Simple Sails, I seem to think I saw one. Just there's a carriage there being worked on. There's a tender here off another steam loco. I can't see a number on it, so I'm not sure which locomotive that one comes from. Here, I said we'll have a look at this steam loco. This is an 01. So we'll have a look. Oh, this carriage here. I've travelled in some of them and just seen a work straight. Built in Belgium in 1934. We'll have one last look. I still just like the fact there's a British loco here. Probably one of the most common. There's probably more of this British loco than any others, I should think. If there's any one that there's more of around, it'd be the Andrew Barclay 040s. But there's over 70 of these in existence. Let's just have one more look and then we'll continue looking around the museum. And one of the machines has been switched off, so it's a bit quieter. So that's for the... it comes back on again, so I'll just have to talk over it. But like I say, it's a working shed. We've got this loco here, which is being worked on. I think it's a Pacific. Let's have a look at it closely. 1075. Yeah, looking at the wheels, she is a Pacific because they're working on it. I won't go down that side. I'm going to go back around here, and they just let you walk around. I'm not worried about pits. They do get you to read a little disclaimer just to say, you know, you're going to behave yourself really and not fall down any pits. I still like that view. Just like the difference in size. Anyway, this loco, this is what known, have various nicknames. They were very common in France. Various other countries have had similar locos. Portugal has had them, although they're a different gauge. Slovenia's had them. The Netherlands has had them. Different nicknames for them. Some people call them a knee class, as in broken nose. Some people call them zigzags, fairly obviously why. I think the funniest name I've heard for them is Bardos, because they look a bit like Brigitte Bardot, you know, this bit here. So that's, this is, I tend to refer to the zigzags. That's the best name for them. Got a shunter here, and you can see I think the bonnet's come off the other end, and those men there, they were doing some welding on it. I was avoiding that area because I didn't want to accidentally look at the welding. I don't know if it's coming out here, but it does say 1750. I think I'm getting the impression that these locos, these electric ones, belong to a private open access company, and what they're doing is they're looking after them here. And we'll be careful because the radio's going. Very appropriate song. They're playing Men at Work. So here we are. We can just see the front of the steam loco. As I said, she is having some work done on her. This is that carriage from Belgium. Down there's the tender. You see they're very well equipped machine shop. Right, so yeah, I wasn't going to hang around there by the radio to get in trouble for copyright, as much as I like Men at Work, Land Down Under, the song they're playing. It's loco, here's her nameplate. There's a certain atmosphere though of being in a steam shed like this. Okay, none of the locos are in steam, but to be in a steam shed like this with all the noise of, you know, the workings, everything. That to me, I think they're spark arresters. They go in the funnel, you know, to arrest sparks, stop them starting fires. Because it's that time of year when I'm filming a video where there's railways in the UK having to suspend steam due to fire risk. Go out here from one zigzag to more zigzag locos, a couple more, and quite a few shunters. Some out the back, out in the yard, and again, it seems you are just allowed to look around. This one was also at the gala I went to last year, which it wasn't working because the line's not electrified, but they took it there and I saw it was on display. I've forgotten the name of the main station, but it was there. When I go to these places in Europe, I tend to find a place I liken them to in the UK. I'd say I'd liken this to Tyseley Locomotive Works, working shed. They're working on locos. Other locos come and go. Tyseley occasionally has open days. At the time of filming, this is open on a Wednesday and a Saturday. I chose a Wednesday. Well, actually I'm not here on Saturday, so I couldn't have visited on Saturday. But I generally, when I go to these places, if there's no action, like if there's no rides to be had, I try and visit on the day it's quietest, because that's easy to make new videos. There's that loco. It's quite an interesting livery colour scheme she's got on her. And they do also do mainline trains out onto the Dutch rail network, and up there is their connection with the Dutch rail network. It did say in the thing I had to read before coming in, it said if that gate is open, do not go beyond there, 'cause you'll be fined for trespassing, which is perfectly understandable because you're sort of outside the jurisdiction of these private sidings. You're on the main line out there. We have another zigzag loco, this time in DB livery. So whether she's here for potentially overhaul and to join part of their fleet, I'm not sure. And then we have a diesel loco. I think it's an ex-Belgium's. I think he's built by Nohab. I think, do they carry the 63 XX series of numbers? I've seen a few of them in Belgium. I'm probably a bit too young to really remember them in their service, but I do remember that when the first time I went to Germany, I was waiting at Brussels Midi station, and two of these pulled in, which was, you know, quite a nice start to the trip. So we're coming down to the end of the site now. There's no number on that one. If anyone watching knows the number, if you could please comment and tell me, that'd be appreciated. When we get to this end, there's a couple more diesel shunters. At first glance, it looks like they're on plinths, see? But they're not actually. If you just go a little bit closer, like I say, there's no trains moving, so I don't think they mind me coming up here. Like I say, it looks like they're on plinths. They're actually on little sidings off the turntable. Of course, being a mainline steam depot, it's handy to have a turntable for turning the locos round. So I think I have come right down as far as I can possibly take you. Like I say, there's the gate there. Possibly that platform, when they do excursions, maybe you can board a train at that platform, and just over there are the main lines. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you do visit Rotterdam, do come and visit this museum. Remember, it is a bit of a walk, but you know, only 20 minutes, and it's a flat walk. It's worth coming to see if you want to see a genuine shed, and you can see all the locos and carriages being worked on. So thank you very much for watching. Please do feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe.